Hey, it's Jason here going over some of our HYROX aerobic training protocol stuff with regard to attacking our runs that have some steady state work on the front end, whether it's 20, 30, 40 minutes of just steady state low end aerobics. And then we finish out with some interval based work, whether it's 2 minutes on, 3 minutes off, 3 minutes on, 5 minutes off, whatever those intervals happen to be prescribed as. Here's some things, some points of focus to take with you into these runs. All in the service of aerobics here, mind you. Even these intervals that you're putting on the back end of these zone twos, they will improve your speed, no question, but your focus is on the physiology of your body, the oxygen uptake, the gas exchange, some of the other factors at the level of the muscle, such as lactate. And we're focused on those features that do improve your speed, okay? But the target aim, however, isn't just your speed. So definitely on the first portion of those runs, you want to ensure that you are steady state, which means you're just as same pace as possible, same level of intensity, static a heart rate as you can sustain, but you also want it to be somewhat easy, of course, because you want to have very distinct pace adjustments when you get into the intervals on the back end of those runs. Whether it's a 2 minute, 3 minute push, you want it to be noticeably faster than your base pace. It's important then to ensure that you've got the energy available when you get into the interval portion to push and then fall back into that base without being overly gassed where you feel like you need to stop. Because we don't want to stop during these runs. And if you do feel that way, then you might need to slow your roll a little bit on the pushes, just a little bit, and then you can better regulate back into your base pace. Even still, the focus is as you progress through those intervals, however many you may do. Generally, you want to be able to get 3 in. If you could do 4, great. 5, awesome. Now we're starting to really work into some high-end area, and a lot of this will just depend upon your skill, your experience, and things like that. But you don't want to notice a degradation of pace from interval to interval. So say I take off on my interval, whatever, however long it is, and I sustain like a 6-minute pace throughout the portion of that interval. Then I'll go back to my base pace, and on the next interval, I don't want that next interval to be slower. I'd like it to be the same pace. If there's a steady increase from interval to interval, where you're noticing yourself just finish each interval a little bit faster, that's okay. You don't want to see a degradation of pace, as well as within each interval, meaning if it's a 2 minute or a 3 minute interval, you don't want to start those 2 or 3 minutes at a faster pace than you end them. Quite the opposite, in fact. You should be able to start off rhythmically in pace and zone, and then steadily increase the rate of speed, intensity, and progress towards the end of the interval. But this is a good focus to have when you do go into these aerobic runs where you've got some steady state work on the front end and some interval work on the back end.